Hello peasants YouTube and welcome to another That's Just Joe video. My name's Joe and that's about it. So recently Josh Horowitz came up with a video. Basically he interviewed Henry Cavill since post his announcement that he's returning as Superman in I'm presuming multiple DC projects. And you know, Henry Cavill was beloved by many people, and my thoughts on Henry Cavill is I think he's a great Superman, but he's an absolute rubbish Clark Kent, and I don't think he's a great actor either, but that's just my opinion. But I'm very happy for him that he's returning to the part and everything, and I will be catching it in cinemas, but he's not like my favourite superhero, and I mean Superman in general. I think they're the most two-dimensional character they could have written back then. He's too Mr. Clean, Mr. Squeaky, Mr. Perfect. So yeah, Josh Horowitz, the, I guess, entertainment reporter, is that what you'd call him? Came out with a video interviewing Henry Cavill, and this one he's clipped up for us, luckily. Henry Cavill speaks for the first time about his Superman return. And I just want you to watch this because Henry Cavill seems a bit uncomfortable, and there's a few reasons why this could be, and we'll go into that in a minute. But we'll watch bits of this, and we'll talk about it more.
Welcome back, Superman.
I don't know. He just, even there, he just looks painfully awkward. He's just like, I don't know if it's the case of that he's just been through a complete battlefield for the past 5 years of trying to come back as Superman, and it's finally here, and he's absolutely exhausted. But we continue watching. We'll skip a bit of the clapping. Takes a bit too long. This. So this is where it's awkward as well. Nearly missed this, but a guy in the crowd shouts this: "Restore the Snyderverse!" And fuck you, Snyder cultists. I fucking hate Snyder. Oh, I hate Snyder fans. I hate them. I love Zack Snyder. I love his version of Justice League. But fuck the Snyder cultists. Just saying.
How does it feel? Does it feel like there's a weight off the shoulders? The questions have been there for years. We didn't know if we were ever going to see you in the suit again. And spoiler alert, we've seen him in the suit again. And hopefully there's more to come. How are you feeling about this?
I haven't seen Black Adam, by the way. But again, he looks... I don't know. Let's keep watching.
You know, the character, how you guys expressed it is exactly how I feel. It's the character means so much to me, and it's been 5 years now, and I've, quite rightly, otherwise I probably shouldn't deserve to wear the cape, but I never gave up hope, and it's amazing to be here now talking about it again. There is such a bright future ahead for the character, and
so that gives me a little bit of hope, to be honest, in terms of what they're going to do with Superman in the future. And I think with James Gunn coming in and being sort of a co-head of the DC studios, as they're calling it, of the DC universe, goodbye expanded universe, I think we're in for a treat. I think it's not just going to be a straight cut Superman film. I think they are going to try something different. And, you know, I was saying earlier that I'm not a big fan of Superman or Henry Cavill's acting and that. But if they get the right people on board with the next films they're doing for this Superman, it could be great. I could be eating my own hat or cape in this instance about how good Henry Cavill is as Superman and how much I've fallen in love with the character, because he's very much at the bottom of my superhero list. Fucking Polka Dot Man is above Superman, even though he's a villain, but doesn't count. I'm talking DC characters. Anyway, let's carry on.
I'm so excited to tell a story with an enormously joyful Superman.
So this is the thing some of the Snyder cultists have been kicking off about. It's going to be a joyful Superman. A lot of the Superman fans, like straight cut Superman fans, are loving this because, sorry, there's a train. That is what Superman's about. He's about hope and peace, and not the American way anymore, but the right way. You know, doing the right thing. And what I loved about Batman v Superman was how it explored why Superman doesn't belong on our world, because all of a sudden we don't have to worry. He is the savior. He is our god, and that's what I loved. That's the one element I loved in Batman v Superman. The rest of it was shit. But I'm looking forward to a joyful Superman. I'm kind of sick again of these characters that have a dark streak, and their development is that they have to go down a dark hole and, you know, be bad, and then they come out good at the end. It's just obvious storytelling, and I want to see something a little bit different, especially with Superman.
Yes. To get back into the costume.
Well, I was on Witcher, and I got the call saying, you know, hey, this is happening. When can you do it? I was like, I'm working 6-day weeks. I don't know when I can do that. And they said, well, look, we've got these dates. And I said, okay, cool, right, I'll come in and do it. And we had to get clearance from Witcher production at the time, but it was so top secret, we couldn't tell them what. We just said, hey, there's this thing I've got to do.
The Witcher production team knew what he was doing. Another thing to take on board, obviously there's been a lot of press from The Rock during Black Adam talking about Henry Cavill's return. By the way, worst kept secret ever. It's not very top secret, is it? That they actually filmed a cameo. This is from the producer of Black Adam. They filmed a cameo, that same cameo of Henry Cavill, but they did the half head thing like they did in Shazam, because they didn't know if he was going to be able to do it, or even if he wanted to come back. So, and also DC didn't want it back. Warner Brothers didn't want it back. But now with the new leadership and everything, they were a bit more happier.
Can you clear me for it? And I don't know whether anyone suspected or not, because there was all the talk about Comic-Con at the time as well.
Right.
And so then I went to leave.
Fun fact, Henry Cavill had COVID during production of The Witcher, and during that time he was actually supposed to go to Comic-Con to announce he was coming back as Superman, but he had COVID, so they waited till the film's release.
Studios, Warner Brothers Studios in the UK, and on a super secret set, all whispers and all sort of capes and everything all hidden, and got back in the suit, and it was a very powerful moment for me. I wasn't too sure how I was going to feel, whether it was going to be, okay, cool, yeah, back in the suit, or whether it was going to be something which...
I think it was a bit like that. I think he got it back in it, and he was like, okay, I'm back in the suit, because he just literally says a few lines, and then that's it. It's nothing major, but I'm really happy the suit fitted him.
It's very emotionally connective, because I put the Man of Steel suit back on. And
see, I don't know this because I haven't seen Black Adam. I haven't seen the post-credit scene, so that's really interesting that he put back on the Man of Steel costume specifically. It did actually change through to Batman v Superman to Justice League, both Justice Leagues, obviously. It did change, so it's interesting to hear that he put back on the Man of Steel suit.
yeah, it was incredibly important for me to just be standing there and enjoying that moment. And yeah, that is one of the top moments in my career. It feels great to have.
I don't know. Like, I'm gonna stop the video there because I'll probably get copyright stroke. But I have a feeling Henry is completely exhausted by the past 5 years of being demanded to come back in some way. I really hope the next Superman project, whatever it may be, will be absolutely fantastic. He will be the breakthrough of it. I thought he was good in Man of Steel, but just going forward, it just kind of, he was just a two-dimensional Superman. But that's my opinion. Please don't attack me, because I know what people like. They get passionate about this stuff, but I just don't find him to be a great actor. Again, Mission Impossible, he's great, but we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see with Henry Cavill returning as Superman. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, and that's about it. Thanks for watching.